Manga! Es war ein langer Krieg. Es war ein Kampf. Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft. Seid eine besondere Truppe, die ineinander einen...
Hey everyone, Hydra Hut here. This is the manga Blockade Battlefront. This is by the same creator who did Trigun, which is the entire reason I got it. I hadn't heard of it at all. There's an anime out now, or maybe it's been out for a while. I don't know, but there's an anime out already of it. I hear good things, haven't seen it, but I really like Trigun, so I figured I'd get this, give it a shot. And it's good. If you're familiar with Trigun, then you'll at least know what you're in store for with the art. The story's actually pretty good, though. I'll, instead of going over what the whole book's really about, I'll basically just give you an introduction to the story that's kind of goes on in this as I flip through so you can see what the art's like. So we have a main character here. So when it first started out, I really didn't know what was going on. We just have this little weird dude here who always has his eyes closed through pretty much every scene, and some weird stuff starts happening. There's, I wouldn't say it's a post-apocalyptic or anything like that, but it's basically a very normal world where this fog moved in, and this area where all this fog is, all these different cultures and whatnot, basically it's become their like a cesspool for depravity, I guess. Not so much like the hole was in Dorohedoro, but more like, I guess, a really, really extreme version of Vegas, you could say. So anyway, but it's all covered in mist and fog. A lot of the people that are there can't actually see it. It all just looks like normal. But there are certain people who can see through the illusion and see all these different creatures from various dimensions and whatnot that are there. We do find out eventually that this kid can see these things. We find out because there's this little monkey that ends up randomly showing up and stealing his camera while he's out taking pictures. So of course he's chasing this monkey, and this monkey is extremely fast, and it upsets him by mocking him, basically. But as he's chasing it along, he runs through this group of people who can also see the monkey, and they're surprised that he can see it because apparently it's called a mock monkey. They're also surprised that he can keep up with it because apparently theirs are super fast. He ends up catching it, getting involved with these people. Basically what happens is there's this, the master of corruption? Master of Depravity. He is using this monkey to help summon this demon. Basically, there's two halves of a demon that one half he just lets loose in the city, and it starts destroying stuff, and the other half of the demon randomly appears for like 12 seconds every minute and a half or something like that. And once the two halves meet each other, it'll form into a full demon and destroy the whole place. And he's just doing it because he wants to liven the place up. This monkey is somehow involved. This kid is the one who eventually finds out what it is. He gets tied up with this group called Libra, which all have... everybody in Libra has special powers of some sort. A lot of them have this blood magic, which this book is very much about. But they all just assume that the main character has nothing special about him, that he's just a normie who's exceptionally fast and can somehow see through these images. But they don't really think he has anything special about him other than that. By the end of the book, we find out what his real power is, but you can read it to find out what that's all about. The art, of course, is good. It's very good. After joining up with Libra, he manages to help them deal with this demon. Won't bother going into the how or why or anything like that. But after that, it looks like they're going to kind of team up for a little bit. And Libra tries to get this kid to join up with him, but he's really not interested at all. Then that's when we start to find out what this book's really actually about 3/4 of the way into it. Well, the main character and one of the subs, one of the members of Libra, his name is Zap. he's responsible for trying to get the main character, the main protagonist, to join their team. And as they're walking along, he ends up seeing what looks just like a normal closed delivery van, but it's actually something much, much more. And that's where we find out that there's some sort of secret organization that is helping to basically let demons harvest people's blood for food, which had been outlawed. The demons get wise that the main character can see him. He's the first person to ever see through their illusion. So they kidnap him. They plan on either killing him or taking his eyes. That's when we discover what the powers of our main protagonist actually are. And find out whether or not he actually decides to join Libra and where this is going. So I definitely recommend this. It's at first it was a little kind of a slow start, so if you can muscle your way past that, then it's really good. Or maybe you won't think it has a slow start. Maybe that's just me, but I'd say maybe the first half of it was kind of slow going. Even though there's a lot of action, a lot of stuff going on, I was just very confused and I didn't know what to expect. And I guess because of that, it kind of was hard to hold my attention. Also, a lot of the dialogue, some of the flow was a little bit weird, and there is like mad sound effects. I mean, pretty much every page just is covered in these different sound effects. And if you're somebody like me who, for whatever reason, actually reads all the sound effects, that's pretty time consuming. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. I do recommend getting this. Definitely good. Hell Hydra, baby.